Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be talking about everyone's new favorite Pokemon game, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Well, actually, I'm more talking about Pokemon X and Y, the games that came before it, the new games that came before it. I do know Ordoros came after X and Y, and it's between X and Y and Sun and Moon, but you know, it's the same as Gen 3, just remade, so yeah. Anyways, we're going to talk about how great of a game X and Y was, and recently I've been watching people play through it and also doing a little bit myself. And one of the unique features about Pokemon X and Y is the rivals in the game. Rivals could be anything different. There's different definitions for different people. Mostly a rival is someone who's been with you from the start of your journey. Who was with you when you got your starter Pokemon with you and continues to challenge you and push you to be your best throughout their journey. So with that being the case, X and Y has 4 rivals, not including yourself, so it's a group of 5 that travel around. And actually today I want to talk about one of those rivals. I want to talk about Tierno. Now Tierno is a cool little fun-loving character. It's kind of quirky in his own ways, and it's kind of a cool vibe. It's a good offset from Trevor, who's very stuck up and very logical and knowledgeable about a lot of things. But more importantly, I want to talk about Tierno and who Tierno's father is. Now, obviously you know that from the title that I was going to look at Tierno's father, and the candidate I think is best for Tierno's father is Professor Kukui of the Alola region. Now I pronounce it Kukui, some people pronounce it Kukui. It just depends on how you pronounce it. But I see a connection with these two characters, and more importantly, I see a father and son connection. And yes, I threw Professor Burnett in there, so Tierno is her son as well. So a lot of the reason why I think this is going to be laid out for you here in a minute. I'm going to study both and then split them apart. So let's go with the both. Both study Pokemon moves. Tierno is fascinated with moves, and he always talks about it when you battle him in the game. And Kukui is the professor who studies moves, so everyone knows that. Both have sort of missing families. Kukui, we know a little bit more of his family, but Tierno, we have no other relations to him. Maybe Trevor is his cousin or something, but other than that, we do not know. The hip similar personalities, both are fun and outgoing. Seems boisterous at some times and very helpful. And that also goes in the next category, which are both very friendly to strangers. Tierno is a really friendly right from the beginning. I think they're both really strong extroverts, and that helps with them being very friendly to strangers. And Kukui's there and helps you with everything at the beginning of the game because he's a professor. Yeah, he's the Pokemon professor, but still, that's his it gives him that vibe from his personality. Alright, we're going to split them apart now. So the differences here, Tierno has a lack of confidence. He doesn't really seem very sure about himself. Trevor kind of makes that balance there because Trevor is very sure about a lot of things, and Tierno is kind of the opposite of him. Very good flips of personalities right there. Tierno is only interested in dance moves, so he always is talking about dancing, and dancing is his passion apparently. So that's what Tierno goes for, and he has a little background. As I said, no family or references anywhere. And he lives in the Kalos region. So then we go to Kukui. He's very confident. He's a Pokemon professor, so he's got to have some confidence in him to do his job very well. He's interested in all kinds of moves. He talks about everything. He uses moves in his speech, so very motivated into studying moves. He is married, so we do know that. We know about Burnett, but we don't know anything else. And he lives in Alola. So one of the main differences between the two of these are where they live, Kalos and Alola, and a lot of it is we don't know how that can be possible. A son living in and a father in the other. Kukui had some expedition to Kalos. He said he did go to Kanto to challenge the Elite Four in the gym challenge there, and they swamped his team over. There's something for that. But mostly there's a time difference in that scenario, and that really helps deny this theory, but I want to just throw out some numbers and see where we go with it. So Tierno looks about it. A Pokemon trainer is 10 years old at the youngest usually, and we get to 18 before he's an adult, so we don't really think he's an adult yet. So he's somewhere between 10 and 18. I'm thinking more the lower end because he's there with you at the beginning of your journey. Most starting trainers are 10 or 10 to 12, so we're gonna put him at 10. And Kukui is about 20 to 30 in looks. I'd say about 25. But you know, he could look really young, and so he could be 30. So I'm gonna say Tierno's 10, Kukui's 30, putting a 20-year difference between them, and that makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of people have their kids when they're 20 years old, but nowadays it's more common to wait till you're about 24, 25. So knowing this difference, we could, if we had this difference and we had Alola after Kalos, because that's the way the timeline works. See, that's the big problem. We don't know where the timeline fits in here. So if Kalos was before it by a couple of years, Kukui could be anywhere from 30 to 40. So that we don't know how it's going to fit in. But my theory about the Pokemon timeline is that Kalos, the events of Kalos and the events of Alola happen at the same time. So, meaning that everything would work out right. He's 10, he's 30, and everything would be perfect. Maybe Tierno was left there for something. They were Kukui is going around battling the other regions, trying to establish his Pokemon League and getting ideas from other leagues. And he and Professor Burnett had a child, somehow left him with relatives in Kalos that we do not know about. And he continued on to Alola. Obviously, Professor Burnett could have stayed with him, but Professor Burnett is one of Kukui's champions, and champions for him to win, so obviously that would not be the best scenario for Kukui. So she goes with him, and Tierno is left in the Kalos region. So I said that if they are at the same time, 10 and 30 would make a good difference. Kukui could be placed at 30. I'm willing to say he could be 35 as well, but that's kind of pushing me. He looks kind of young. He's a spry young guy. Still leaving the 20-year gap and making it so it's possible for Kukui to have a child. It's 20 with Professor Burnett. That makes sense. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content from me. I'm hoping to do some more theories coming up soon, and I'm just trying to find some ideas to do it. This one actually I found while watching a playthrough, and I listened to Tierno talk, and he was talking about his dance moves, and Trevor said something about his dad would be proud of him. So I kind of thought of Professor Kukui right off, because Professor Kukui has a lot of the move things. So that's where this theory came from, and I hope you enjoyed it. So again, if you liked it, please leave a like. Also subscribe to my channel for more content from me. And until next time, make sure you donate eggs to the egg lock. And that's all I have for you, so thank you very much, and until next time, I'm Chaos May 006, signing off. Burn it up.